I just opened up my first bank account and they gave me a debit card. I can't wait to use it. Whoa, hold up. If you want to establish your credit score, you should probably use a credit card. Yeah, but I heard that those put you into debt. Not if you use them responsibly. By establishing a credit score, you can save thousands on car loans or buying a home. So if I only spend what I have and treat my credit card like cash, I can actually save a lot of money. Yep, it can also qualify you for lower car insurance rates. You can get immediately approved for renting an apartment and also lower security deposits. So here's how much I make on YouTube with 66,000 subscribers. It definitely varies. I don't get that many views per day, but I still make about $72 to $100 per day, which is really nice. I have about 89 videos posted on my channel. I post 3 times a week. In the last year, I've made $8,341. I'll post an update if I hit 100K subscribers, so just interact with this video and I'll see you then. I want to cancel my card with an annual fee, but I heard that my credit might drop. That's true. Your score is factored by how much available credit you have and the length of your credit history. By canceling your card, your score might go down. Do I have any other options then? Yeah, one thing you can do is call your card company and see if they can downgrade you to a no annual fee card. Great, I'll try that. And once I'm downgraded, then what? Then just leave the card open. By keeping that credit line open, your credit score should remain intact. Last year, I showed you that if 1 grain of rice was $100,000, I showed you exactly how much Jeff Bezos had in rice. But move over, Jeff. There's a new king in town. Elon Musk is now the richest person. Forbes has his net worth at $195 billion, so I had to go to Costco, get more rice, and get to work. This is the craziest visualization I've ever done. So let's not forget this concept. This is $100,000, and in 2020, Elon had about $30 billion in net worth. As of last Friday, his net worth is now $195 billion, and that's how much rice this is. This is 93 pounds of rice if each grain of rice was $100,000. Look how big it is compared to my laptop. In a single year, he added more net worth than the entire net worth that Bill Gates is worth, which is $122 billion. When Elon found out, he simply tweeted, "How strange," and, well, back to work. If you enjoyed that, follow me for more personal finance videos. Hey Costco, why do you guys give out free samples? Doesn't that just cost you a lot of money? It actually makes us money at the end of the day. Psychologically, it makes you spend more. How does giving away stuff get me to spend more? What am I missing? Well, if someone does something for you, you feel a strong obligation to do something back for them. It's the natural behavior of reciprocity. Oh, so is that why a sample station is never left unattended? Yup, there's more social pressure that way. In one study, free samples actually helped us sell more frozen pizzas at one of our warehouses by over 600%. If you ever win the lottery, let's say you win $100 million, you can take 30 payments over 30 years, totaling $100 million. Or you can take the lump sum right now all at once, but it's significantly less money. But which one should you take? First, we gotta understand how the actual payments work out. You get one immediate payment followed by 29 annual payments after that. Each payment is 5% bigger than the previous one. So the initial payment would be about $1.5 million. Let's go back to our spreadsheet. So that's what this looks like. And as you can see, towards the end is when you get into the bigger numbers. But let me show you this. In the last 10 years of the actual payment schedule is more than half of the winnings is coming from the last 10 years. Now let me show you what it looks like if you just got 5% a year on your lump sum payment for 30 years. If you took that lump sum and earned 5% a year all the way down, by the end of 30 years, you'd actually have $284 million. And even at 3% a year, you would end up with more money in the long run. Also, by taking the payments, you're hoping that your state doesn't run out of money to pay you. So which one would you take? Let me know in the comments. I just bought an ETF for my portfolio and it says here that the expense ratio is 0.5%, but when does that get charged? You get charged on a daily basis, but you don't really notice it because they're deducted automatically. Okay, so if I have $1,000 in an ETF, how much am I paying then? For every $1,000 invested in that ETF, you'll be charged 0.5% or $5 annually for owning that ETF. Since expense ratios are percentages, the more I have invested, the more I pay. Exactly. ETFs on average have an expense ratio of around 0.44%. Mutual funds, on the other hand, could be double that. Hey, I have $100 to invest. Where should I invest it? One of the best options is to invest it in something that can actually make you more income, so something like a side hustle or education. Okay, but what if I want to set myself up for retirement? You'll probably want a Roth IRA then. It's a retirement account in which you can buy individual stocks or index funds, and they all grow tax-free. Tax-free? So I don't have to pay any capital gains taxes on those when I retire? Exactly. Okay, where did you learn all this? I learned it from Humphrey on YouTube, of course. He just made a video on this exact topic. 3 habits you can start this year to save more money. Number 1 is to pay yourself first. You can set up repeating transfers on your bank account twice per month whenever you get paid so you can save for emergency fund or retirement. The second is to cook more at home. The average American household spends around $6,600 a year on food, and half of that is spent on eating out. So if you can cook more at home, you can save more money. Number 3 is to track your spending. I track everything in my spreadsheet right here, but you can also use a budgeting app. I find tracking spending helps me run my life like a business. Let me know if this helps you guys out. Let's say you want this BMW 5 Series because you hate turn signals. Well, new it sells for $56,500. But you should never buy it new because after the first year, it loses 26% of value and it's only going to be worth $43,000. Cars are depreciating assets, which means that they lose value over time. If we image search car depreciation curve, every single one of these graphs goes downwards, but we can use this to our advantage to save money. To get the most value, we want to buy a car when most of the depreciation is gone, so that's going to come around the 4th year. In the case of the BMW, after the 4th year, it's only going to cost you $26,500 to own that same car, or 55% less. So to get the most out of your money, try to buy a car that's 3 to 4 years used with low mileage. Follow me for more finance tips. So Apple's trading at $136 a share. Facebook's almost double that at $277 a share. Some people might assume that Facebook is the more valuable company because the share prices are double that, but let me show you why that's wrong. Since Apple has 17.1 billion shares on the market and Facebook only has 2.4 billion, the actual market value of Apple is 4 times that of Facebook. Share price rarely means anything. For Apple, you need $969 worth of Apple to get the same percentage of ownership as 1 share of Facebook. Hope that helps. Follow me for more. Hey, my friend keeps telling me to invest in annuities. Are those a good deal? Is your pet rock your friend? And do you even know how those work? It's a celestite gemstone, bro. And not really, but I do hear they're good for retirement. An annuity works by requiring you to pay money up front or in installments, and in exchange, the company guarantees you regular payments at a later time. So is that good? That depends. They're better for people near retirement age so they don't risk outliving their savings, but there are a lot of them out there with super high fees. Your rock might be misguiding you. It's a celestite. My net worth just hit $1 million. Dude, can we go spend it, like, at the Olive Garden? Well, I only have about 20K in my bank account and I need that to live, so probably not. Wait, how are you a millionaire then? Assets. I just got my house appraised for $1 million and I own it free and clear. So even though you don't have $1 million in your bank account, you're still considered a millionaire? Correct. A common misconception is that your net worth is how much you have in your bank account, when wealth is really tied up in assets like investments, stocks, and properties. So right now on my card, I have an available credit of $19K and a current balance of $590. So I'm using about 3% of all my available credit, and so credit card companies don't tell you this, but you should never use more than 30%. Exceeding that level will have significantly negative impacts on your credit score. Another thing you don't want to do with a credit card is just to pay the minimum payment every single month. If you owe $2,000 on your credit card, it would actually cost you double that in interest just to pay it off, and it would take you 152 months. So always pay off your balance in full if you can. Don't use too much of your credit limit, and also follow me for more tips.
Like that.
The news is saying that the market is up today, but I'm actually down on my portfolio. So what are they talking about? They're usually only referring to the 30 companies in the Dow Jones Index. As long as the majority of those stocks are up, they'll say the market is up. So even though the market is up, my individual holdings like Tesla could be down? That's right. Why'd they choose the Dow Jones to be referred to as the market when they could have chosen something like the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ? So in general, the Dow Jones is a good indicator of the economic health of our nation. That's why people like to say it. Blue chip stocks. I'm new to investing. What are they? Blue chip stocks are stocks that have a strong history of performance and they often pay dividends. Those sound great, but why are they called blue chips? So back in the 1920s when traders used to play poker, the blue chip was the highest value chip and it got used to describe high quality stocks. Oh, that's cool. Can you give me some examples of blue chip stocks? Coca-Cola, Disney, Apple, Walmart, just to name a few. So what's your favorite type of stock?